Something already happened before you clicked on this, before you even saw this title. Something was already in motion. And the reason you're here, right now, watching this particular video at this particular moment, is not an accident. You felt it, didn't you? That subtle shift in the air around you. That feeling like eyes have been on you. Like conversations stop just a half second too late when you walk in. Like something is being said somewhere about you. You're right. And here's what I need you to understand before I tell you anything else. The gossip that is spreading about you right now, it is not destroying you. It is building you into something they never expected and cannot stop. Stay with me, because what I'm about to tell you is going to change the way you see everything that's been happening around you. Everything. And by the time we're done here today, you will never be afraid of their whispers again. Let me tell you exactly what happened. Somewhere, in a group chat, in a parking lot, over coffee, maybe in a break room, someone said your name, and it wasn't a compliment. Not at first. It started small, the way these things always do. A single sentence, maybe just a few words. Just a little something dropped casually, like it meant nothing. But it meant everything to the person who said it. Because here is what you need to understand about the people who gossip about you. They are not doing it casually. They are not doing it without thinking. Every single word they chose was deliberate, was calculated, was meant to do something specific to your reputation, your relationships, your standing in whatever world you share with them. They chose their audience carefully. They chose their timing carefully. They chose their words carefully. And then they waited for the story to spread, waited for people to turn on you, waited for you to start falling. Yeah, that's who they are. That's the kind of person who's been talking about you. And I need you to sit with that for a second, because what I'm about to say next matters more than anything else. They misjudged everything, not just a little, not in a way that's forgivable or easy to recover from. They misjudged you at a fundamental level. They looked at you and saw someone they could diminish, someone who could be made smaller with a few carefully placed words, someone who didn't have the armor to survive what they were about to throw. And that specific misjudgment is what started the avalanche. Not against you, against them. Here is what gossip does that the people who spread it never account for. It reveals them. Every single time, without exception. When someone invests their energy, their actual time and emotional attention into constructing a narrative about another person, they are not talking about that person. Not really. They are showing everyone around them exactly what they are afraid of. They are afraid of your confidence. They are afraid of the way you move through the world without needing their approval. The way you exist in rooms without shrinking. The way you handle things quietly, privately, without drama or performance. That terrifies certain kinds of people. Yeah, because they built their entire sense of self around being seen, around being the loudest, around controlling what other people think. And then there's you, moving through life on your own frequency, not playing their games, not competing for their attention. And that silence from you, that unbothered quality you carry, it is the most threatening thing you could possibly do to a person like them. So they talk. They talk because silence from someone like you makes them feel invisible. And they cannot tolerate feeling invisible. So they manufacture noise. They create a story. They try to pull you into their drama because at least then, Your energy is on them. But here's what they didn't count on. You didn't come down to their level. You just kept going, kept showing up, kept being exactly who you are. And that consistency, that steady, quiet, unshakable consistency is the thing that is turning this entire situation inside out. Let me show you what is actually happening right now, in real time, in the spaces you can't see but absolutely can feel. The person who started this, let's call them the source. They are not okay right now. They are not sleeping well. No, because gossip is a machine that requires constant maintenance, constant feeding, constant monitoring, and they have been running that machine at full speed and they are exhausted. Every conversation they've had since they started talking about you has had this thread of anxiety running underneath it, because they have to remember what they said, to whom, in what version. They have to keep the story straight across different people who don't all talk to each other yet. And the yet is what's killing them, because people are starting to talk to each other and the story is not staying consistent. Here's what happens when gossip loses its consistency. People start to notice the cracks. They start comparing what they heard from this person versus what they heard from that person. And when the versions don't match, when the details shift, when the story seems to grow and change and evolve in ways that don't quite add up, people stop trusting the source. Yeah, they don't announce it. They don't make a big declaration. They just quietly step back. They stop forwarding the messages. They stop co-signing the narrative. They start watching the source a little more carefully, with a little more distance, a little more skepticism. And the source can feel it. They can feel the ground starting to shift beneath them. They can feel the momentum they thought they had starting to slow. And they are trying desperately, desperately to get it back. But they can't, because the avalanche has already started, and it is not going in the direction they planned. I need to pause here for a second, because I know there is a part of you right now that is still scared, still carrying the weight of not knowing exactly what has been said, or by whom, or who believes it. And I need you to hear me clearly. That fear, that uncertainty, that is not weakness. That is your nervous system doing exactly what it was designed to do, alerting you to a real threat in your environment. But here's the thing about threats. They only have power when you don't know what they are. And now, you know exactly what this is. This is someone who is afraid of you, trying to make other people afraid of you too. And it is not working. Here is the part that nobody tells you about gossip. The part that the people who study it never account for, and that I need you to truly understand. The people who matter already know. Not because someone told them, not because they went digging, but because they know you. They have watched you over time. They have seen how you handle hard things. They have been in rooms with you. They have experienced your character up close. And when this narrative started reaching them, when they started hearing these things being said about you, something happened that the source did not predict. The story didn't land. It didn't fit. It didn't match the person they know. It created this dissonance, this friction between what they were being told and what they had personally witnessed. And when you create that kind of friction in someone's mind, they don't just passively reject the new information. They actively investigate. They start asking questions, quiet ones, careful ones, to the right people. And what they are finding, what they are piecing together right now is a picture that is not flattering to the source. Your people are defending you, not loudly, not dramatically, not in a way that creates more drama, but firmly, consistently, with the kind of quiet authority that only comes from actually knowing someone. And every single conversation where someone stands up for your character is another crack in the foundation of everything the source tried to build. Yeah, your reputation is not just surviving this. It is being refined by it, polished, strengthened, in a way that could only happen through exactly this kind of fire. I want to tell you what the people who genuinely know you are saying right now. They are saying things like, "That doesn't sound anything like them." They are saying, "I've known this person for years, and that is not who they are." They are saying, "Why is this person so invested in talking about that person?" And that last question is the one that changes everything. Because once people start asking why someone is so focused on you, once they start looking at the source instead of the story, the whole thing inverts completely. The spotlight that was supposed to be on you swings around and lands directly on the person who tried to point it. And what it illuminates is not pretty. People are seeing the insecurity, the jealousy, the desperate need to control what others think, the smallness of someone who can only feel big by making others feel small. And here is the painful, beautiful irony of all of this. The person who tried to use gossip to make you look bad has made themselves look worse than anything they could ever say about you. Yeah, the avalanche came, but it buried them, not you. I need you to understand something that is bigger than the gossip, bigger than the source, bigger than any of the petty mechanics of what's been happening around you. You were never in as much danger as you thought, not because the threat wasn't real. It was real. They meant every word, and every word was meant to harm you. But because something was protecting you, call it God, call it the universe, call it karma, call it simply the unbreakable quality of truth. Whatever name you give it, there is a force in this world that does not allow lies to stand permanently, that does not allow a person of genuine character to be permanently diminished by someone of no character. Truth has a weight to it, yeah, and lies, no matter how cleverly constructed, no matter how carefully spread, they are light, they are hollow, they cannot hold their shape over time. They crack under the pressure of reality, under the pressure of people who actually know you, under the pressure of your own quiet, consistent presence. You didn't fight back. You didn't have to. You just kept being yourself, kept showing up, kept moving forward. And that is the thing that destroyed them more completely than any counterattack ever could have. There is a particular kind of person who looks at someone like you and sees a target. They see your kindness and call it weakness. They see your silence and call it guilt. They see your confidence and call it arrogance. They have decided the story of who you are before they ever actually looked. And when someone like that goes to war against someone like you, they lose. Not sometimes, not usually, every single time. Because you are not fighting from ego. You are not fighting from fear. You are not even fighting at all. You are just living. And your life, the truth of your actual life, your actual character, your actual choices, is the most powerful argument that has ever been made on your behalf. The gossip about you is spreading, yeah, but so is the truth, and the truth travels faster than they ever expected. So here is where we are right now. The source is exhausted and unraveling. The people who matter are seeing through the story. Your defenders are speaking up. The truth is surfacing. And you are standing in the middle of all of it, cleaner than when it started. Not broken, not diminished, not smaller, bigger, more defined, more known, more yourself than you have ever been. Because here is what this trial has done for you that nothing else could have. It has forced everyone around you to choose a side. And the people who chose yours, you now know exactly who they are. The people who didn't, you now know exactly who they are too. That clarity is worth everything. Everything they tried to take from you and couldn't. So I need you to do something for me right now. Not tomorrow, right now. I need you to stop carrying this like it is your burden, because it was never yours to carry. This was their mistake, their fear, their insecurity projected onto you. Their losing battle fought against someone they fundamentally misunderstood. Let it go. Not because it didn't hurt. It did hurt. You are allowed to acknowledge that it hurt. But because the version of you that comes out on the other side of this, unbothered, unbroken, and completely seen for exactly who you are, that version deserves a clean slate. The avalanche came, and look at you, still standing, still whole, still exactly who you were before any of this started. Except now the whole world can see what a few small, frightened people tried very hard to hide. You are not someone to be messed with. Not because you fight. Not because you retaliate. Not because you play their games. But because the universe fights for you. And God's timing is always, always perfect. Let them talk. Every word they say about you is just more evidence of who they are afraid of becoming. And the person they're afraid of becoming is you. Yeah, it's you. If this message reached you today, it was not by accident. You were meant to hear this. You were meant to be reminded of exactly how powerful you are, exactly how unshakable your truth is, exactly how little any gossip can touch a soul that is rooted in its own knowing. If this resonated with you, if something in these words hit exactly where you needed it to, let me know in the comments below. Just say, I'm still standing, because you are. And I want you to say it out loud. Take care of yourself. Stay in your power. And remember, the avalanche always buries the ones who started it. Love you. Be safe.